Let's get started with the free-to-play account. Day 4, we have a lot to do. So we're starting with a roster. For some reason there is a notification that just wouldn't go away, and it gets me tricked quite often. Oddly enough, we can start with 5 campaign things because it's a Sunday, and on a Sunday you have the Luftballon event, and the Luftballon event requires 5 campaign finishes. I'll do the rest off screen, but I'll start here. Then I'll claim the energy, I'll make some progress in the overworld, Dragon Utopia, all these other things. So if we reach level 38, I think auto chess is gonna be unlocked. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen today or later, but there are some tricks to accelerate progress also as a free to play. It's not cheap. I mean, 10 diamonds per 10 energy for up to 300 energy. There is a purchase on that. But given that we can only purchase once in total, this might be worth it for a free to play account if you want to make some progress, even though we hardly ever purchase more than 1 energy. It's debatable, we might as well just keep the progress as free to play, so with just 1 energy purchase. That's also fine, that's also doable. One trick about the campaign is that you need to activate it, so reset it early in the morning, before your opponents become stronger. During the first days this matters. On day 200 it won't matter anymore, but on like day 4 your opponents might become 20-30% stronger throughout the day, and you don't want that. You want easy opponents, obviously. Mata-based morning drink for waking up, obviously. Now we'll get the Heaven Castles, and this is the 5th one. So you see, we're getting easy opponents. This won't happen forever. And if you forget fighting the campaign, then you can also do the remaining 10 fights tomorrow. Sometimes this is beneficial. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I might leave these fights for tomorrow, because there is gonna be an event. And if that event requires campaign completion, I might just do those 10 fights tomorrow morning. Not sure if I will, but it doesn't hurt. Just in case some crazy strong opponent prevented us from completing the daily missions, because there are gonna be a lot of daily missions. King of the Arena. We can make progress, but first let's spend the energy so that we can earn it back. Crack hack. I will see. Seems doable. The number of stars, though, we don't know. Because I have to finish it in 1 minute. There was a movie back in the days, Gone in 60 seconds. The 3rd star is gonna be gone in 60 seconds, exactly. So far these battles are easy, you don't even need to interfere. If you don't get the 3 stars, there is no need to optimize anything, you just come back in half a day. We're not in a hurry. Now, some of these battles get more difficult, like this one. And you might be wondering what else we're doing, so we're gonna claim the Luftballon event and I'll make my choices. Got the story hero. And I think that's all we can do, so chapter 9 only. Well, it should be enough. Not as if we were stronger than that. I just wanted to spend energy quickly. Hero defense is very much welcome. Okay, this is over. We got an S rating. Plus 2 scrolls. Plus a battle. Don't forget the vampires. This building will be activated later. Oh, we're getting so many of these extra events, extra battles, but at least they give us something. Even if it's not that much. And they seem doable as well. Still 202 energy. This is quite rare that we have a problem of having to spend energy, not like get energy from nowhere. That's the 911 one, okay. One of the easiest battles. The Dark Elemental helps a lot. And that's a choice. So if you can start on a week when you can recruit a champion, and that's almost every second week, then this helps. Especially with free to play with limited resources. You see that I'm punching above my weight basically. Without the Dark Elemental this would most likely not be possible. Although possible, but really hard. There is a hidden chest here. This is gonna be more difficult for 2-starring. So maybe we won't even finish all 15 levels. We'll see. Here this was already on the edge. One Astro Silver, that's always welcome. And then the last one is gonna be 15. Worth at least 100 diamonds. Okay, let's get this. And this. Here we don't need to 3-star, 1 star is enough. What a way to start a Sunday. Finish 9:14 and 9:15. Free to play chooses this, pay to win chooses the right hand side. Because the other thing is 10 diamonds and this is worth more than 10 diamonds. We didn't buy the monthly VIP on Saturday. And this is because I want to demo a free-to-play experience, a mostly free-to-play experience. For me to make a purchase, the purchase needs to be insane. It has happened once that we had a 70,000 diamond per euro purchase. That was it's basically a tripwire, but that was something that transformed one of my free-to-play accounts to a $1 pay-to-win account. Because if you don't get that, you can flush your chances down the toilet, basically. That was chapter 9. Remember, you collect 60,000 diamonds or 55,000 diamonds throughout like 1.5 months or so later. Now you will get it by the end of week 4. But later it's gonna be more. Now, underground. We still need 2 more levels for chapter 7. Should be able to win. This was an easy one. And then 7-5. The reason why it's worth progressing is that we unlock new upgrade opportunities, and then we'll spend the rest of the time upgrading the units themselves. So this is an easy one, and chapter 8 got unlocked with all these crystals. I'll keep the charging unit in the middle on purpose, but let's see which defenders are strong. Good question whether to use a dwarf or the dendroid. Dendroid is a one-person unit, so it has some benefits. If we have a defense problem, we can bring in a third defender as well, because the dwarf is also kind of weak, and it seems like we have a defense problem. We also have an attack problem because the Dark Elemental is not attacking enough. This is a very borderline battle. We were very lucky both on the time front as well as with unit health. So adding a third defender is not the worst thing in the world instead of this. And then just keep the better unit, or we'll see. But you know what? I will just stay here for now. I want a bit easier fights, and check out what is going on in here. First of all, level 35, we still need a level increase. But meanwhile, we might as well get one of the skills upgraded. And let's see, what does it take to get to level 36? Not much. So maybe just completing some of these daily missions helps. Two more dungeon fights, that will do it. Yeah, but I will need the purple things. Okay, two more. Done. And now 100 XP, and we're gonna get to level 36. And level 36 unlocks Dark Elemental's 4th skill as soon as we level them up, which is what we've been waiting for. And this unlocks in turn some skill that can be upgraded as well. Unfortunately, we only have 5 crystals for now, but I cannot win everything. I saved at least those 5 crystals yesterday evening when I knew this. Same thing here, the dragon. So now it's purple and we have a skill. Stays on level 1. I will at least spend the remaining energy. And we got another skill. Okay, now this is a Sunday. So if you go to Dragon Slayer, we will have 3 different types of dragons. We'll start with the Rust Dragon, that should be the easiest one. Good. Told you. We'll do one more Rust Dragon sweep. And we'll go back to level up the unit skills. That was the most important thing. You can hold the mouse button or your hand in there, or your finger. So we got the crystals. Now you can go back and do the others. On Sundays, every dragon is open. And you have 2 opportunities. This is the second hardest or easiest one. But wait a minute, we can get rid of the imp and get an attacker instead. Battle. Oh, I was doing the Dwarven Treasury. No. What am I doing? That's weird. Because I thought these were the dragons already. You go to the Dragon Utopia and then you can pick the middle one. I didn't even notice. So now activate the spell. And this should be easy at this stage. Even as free to play. Good. And now you can sweep. The third one is not gonna be that easy, and for this reason I'd rather upgrade the team. Skill. It's 1. Almost, but not quite. Only level 5. This happens. And then let's also upgrade the levels. Because the third one is harder. Pitfin should be stronger at this stage than green. And I don't have the energy right now. I'll purchase later. These are the remaining units. I have enough talent as well as gold to do this. And move it at least to green. Also at most. That blue +1 was a misclick. I should have just done blue. Because other units will need the blue +1 first. But it's not a big problem. Okay, they were all leveled up. Around 19th. Expected, I will climb back up to like 12th or something at the end of the day, possibly. Not sure if I will do. So we're not competing for top spots, obviously. Roster. Level 36 brings new opportunities. Plus the recruited units as well. Caster, this is important. Spare units. We'll push the castle unit as well as the rampart one for now. And we'll check rampart because I'm sure there is someone else who can fill the void. It's not fully optimized, it's just logical, as close to what we need as possible. Caster is done. Unit registry is done. Battle record is not needed. And we're getting some diamonds as well as level 4. This is what we wanted. Okay, let's get back to Dragon Utopia. We have 2 more fights to do, and these are the hard ones. I'm not optimizing, so if my team is weak, then the team is weak. Given that this is some time investment on my end to do this walkthrough, what I'm doing in the background, by the way, is that there is the main account that I have is just maintenance of the main account. So, you know, it's possible to do multiple all at once, because obviously I don't want to play this all day. And with this, plus the main account, and Auto Chess is coming, and Chronicles is coming here as well, it's gonna be crazy. Dark Elemental is dead, so we may be dead as well quite soon. But the good news with PvE content, player versus environment content, is that we don't necessarily need to optimize everything to the teeth, because we're gonna get all those crystals later anyway. And if I'm weak, so be it. I get 4 chests out of 5 or 4 out of 6. Here is the 4th chest again, and time is up, fine. The problem with this is that it takes time, so we cannot sweep it until we beat it at least once. I'll quickly have a look at it if there is anything worth doing at this stage. So for example, I know that ranged units are bad, so we figured it out yesterday for this, unless they did a hell lot of damage. I might as well do the 1-person unit, so because it survives. Synergy wise, we don't know it yet. There are some combinations that they cause bleed. So you see what kind of effects they cause. Too bad that this combination with Commanders, Champions, Divine Heralds, it's a bit hard to track. But at least this is supposed to be some upgrade, because the defensive unit stays alive for longer and also seems to slow the dragon. But you see, as soon as these small dragons spawn, it's basically over with the ranged units. And it seems like the Dendroid is dead as well. I'm not sure if it was a bad choice, worse choice than the dwarves, because dwarves help the other units as well. We got the 4 chests, and the 5th one is a bit out of reach. Yeah, these are too many dragons at this stage. We're too weak, far too weak. And to make matters even worse, I'm also doing some background battles in Raid Shadow Legends. So this is like a triple thing at the moment, because the problem is that the challenge is about to finish. The Raid challenge, and a lot of things are automatized. Especially arena refreshes every 15 minutes. I don't have the whole day to sit here or take my phone with me to do the refreshes. Like, there is this content creator plus game studio owner called Simon. Hell, hey, this is the real name. If you think about that, he went to a conference and he had his phone, and whenever he went to the bathroom or wherever he refreshed the arena, it was crazy. It makes a bit little sense, especially the the phone and the hygiene reasons. When you go to the bathroom, it's important as well to keep that in mind. But it's like obsession on some level. Last time I was that obsessed about a game, it was poker, where I was like in the top 0.5 to top 1%, according to my judgment. Not 0.01%, but 0.5 to 1, because I could beat the rake easily, and the rake was high. Plus I got rake back, but even without rake back I could beat the rake. And I could neutralize my disadvantage with respect to top superstars. I played with some back in the days. Although not all top superstars are really good. Some of them are, others are not. Let's activate the artifacts. I could have done this a bit earlier. So that's where you figure out how to play in a way that you don't get intimidated by whatever perceived status or anything else. You just do your best regardless. And there is a playing style that exploits others, and there is another playing style that doesn't get you exploited. And that's when I was last obsessed about a game like this. Now I'm just doing my best to do the chores, basically these things to keep progression running. And this is real multitasking, that's not switch tasking. On my end it is switch tasking because I switch between the tasks. So I'm doing 4 things at the moment. So this one, the main account progression where you do Duel of Champions in these cases, that takes time, you know, or Stadvik. And Raid where it just does 3-4 minute battles basically. And most of the time it just runs in the background. I switch, and obviously presentation as well. I tend to switch between the 4, or keeping the presentation running most of the time. But meanwhile the computer does some progression. Okay, let's see the Sunday event. This is important. Tarot we're not gonna do. Let's see the gold key. So how many gold keys do we have? 2. This means we need to purchase 7. Why 7? Because we have a free attempt. I could have purchased an 8th one, come on. We don't need to have that optimize things that heavily. The reason why I'm purchasing an 8th one is that I want to press the button once and not 9 times. Because even though we're getting the free one, good. This is better. Okay, the team is shaping. Where is the Pitfiend here? I'll need this unit in purple as well. Not necessarily in this order, but sooner than later. And also 4 stars, that's amazing. Unicorn is a new shiny unit. That was a mistake to purple as well, the Pitfiend skills, but I tend to get away with it because eventually I get the resources too. And this is a commitment to prioritize the Pitfiend, it's gonna be important. A healing unit, it's called Fire Spring, a healing unit that is an attacker as well. You want it in your formation initially, more than, let's say, this or this. Okay. So now we're done. Let's see this. What is going on? Archery Master. Yeah. So what you need to do, supply. Sure, I can reciprocate. But I have other plans. Silent Sniper must be good in archery. And he's gonna reciprocate as well. So I might as well go there. I think Goddess just did it randomly. It is quite telling that you got the maximum already. We're gonna get the maximum too. If you didn't know this game mode, it works in the following way. Don't start hunting left and right. You see the sets. These are the scores. Some people bought arrows, it seems. So you call the boss, you put the mouse here and aim for the bottom tentacle. I don't always do this 100% precisely because some of them end up in the top tentacle. And even if you see the octopus, even then continue shooting the bottom tentacle. And then you go nuts whenever you have this. You can optimize this even further, I just don't have the time for this, with time commitment. Optimize further by making sure that you have a lot of these dragons on screen, for example now, and that's when you start. But whenever you launch it, some dragons get spawned, so there is always 1 to 2 units on screen at least, if not more. And then given we only have 43 left, and this is costs, you know, diamonds, I will just call it a day. You don't have to claim this right away either. And then let's wish for something. Pitfind, I want Pitfind. Everyone has Pitfind, by the way. Whoever is on level 35. Donations have been established. I did this in the morning. Well, this is morning too, but you know, when I woke up, I started the campaign. That was one of the first things. 237. I may wait a bit. Come on, don't be that greedy with the hostel. Yeah, before 9:30 we're gonna take these flags anyway, so don't be that greedy. Okay. Good. And that's it. So, did we get the 10 gold keys? Yeah, because of the Pitfind. Okay. Roster. Got a new unit, that always helps. But it didn't activate any other bonuses. So now I can continue with the balloon event. This won't work, this won't work. Duel of Champion doesn't exist yet. It takes almost 20 hours. It's called the grand opening, whatever that means. Battles card doesn't exist, Arena does. Top up, we won't do top up. So let's see the arena. We're still far away from top position, so I can just do the 5 fights. And meanwhile, I start another Duel of Champion fights on the phone. Because this takes time, you can, well, actually you can fast forward it, it's possible. Those 3 cards, so this game tends to make us do stupid things. For example, choose 1 card out of the 3. Does it matter? It's better if you just get a randomized reward. It's randomized anyway, we cannot see what's on the left, middle, or right. Statistically, no one has ever done, I think, any investigation on whether you maximize the chances in the middle to get gold or keys or whatever else. It's random from our perspective. But then if it's random, why do the click? Wait a minute, no. Number 80, right? Refresh, 79, that's what I wanted. But no, unfortunately it's too strong. I'll settle for 80. Maybe we can do 78 somehow. But that's fine for me. But you see, 79 is better than 80 because you can reach more. Maybe I shouldn't have shied away from the fight, I just looked at the power. Maybe the opponent didn't have any Commander's Champions and then we could have won the game easily. 2 more. 67 seems fine. You can also do it in the following way. You record 67 and you do it until you match the top one, for example now 65. But I'll just get 65 because I don't have that much time. This accelerates progression, not only here but in other game modes too. So 65. Now what's next? There is one more, 54, 56. They make you wait. I'll accept 54. Good. And the five fights are over. We got some diamonds and some gold. Gold doesn't matter that much. And we can get the rewards before I spend it on useless stuff. So we'll hoard at least 1000 arena coins for these 600 diamonds. Why are you donating gold? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I couldn't care less about those 5000 gold. I think I know why they think that it's a good spare scroll investment, but actually it's not. So I cannot complain, I accept the gold anytime. I don't need it, but if it makes you happy, do it, but I don't recommend it. So Astro Silver, Treasure Hunt Permit, and Divination Voucher are top priorities. For me, SSR unit is a top priority as VIP 0 for some reasons. First of all, it's gonna be my main formation unit, and second, it will have some other use cases. Sandkey is not bad later, but if I can choose between Sandkey and starting to accumulate Star Souls or Quiet Purse, then I'll choose the latter. Artifact Essence is super important as well. And the offers, I mean, you see, kind of expensive at this stage. Come on, like a hero. Why? Second generation hero, why? Okay. Now, new peak. This is done. And daily discount. So this costs 300 diamonds. 50 per 60 energy. It's expensive. It's situational. With a refresh, it's 25 per 60 energy, so it's double the price with respect to what I am paying. Does it pay off? Does it not pay off? That's the big question. And it's once again situational. Given we don't have the opportunity to refresh like ever with a VIP 0, it may pay off, may or may not. Okay. I'll do just one more fight just in case. And I think I can do the rest off screen. I don't have to do everything manually here. I just wanted to show you the unit attack versus health. And that's it. That's really it. So we made good progress in the missions. Dwarven Treasury and Crypt is gonna happen at the end of the day as usual, but make sure to do it before 10 PM or 11 or whenever they get closed. Energy Purchase will come later. Guild Adventure will come later, because I still need some more. One thing about Guild Adventure, I noticed that someone defeated the bottom boss, so you can take these. The top boss not yet. You cannot see the energy level, and this one not yet, but someone is at it, so it may be defeated by the end of the day. And 6 obelisks have been found, so even if you don't have time anymore or don't have movement points to do anything, even then just claiming the 7th one makes sense. As soon as I go to the overworld, the 5 obelisk reward is gonna be mine. So this is important. And that's it. We're not gonna compete in Judicator event or anywhere. I can still optimize the account to get to 130k, 140, but the limit is about less than 250k at the end. Which means that in the Judicator event, the power reward, you can get the 230 power reward at least. 280, it may be out of reach. 180 and 150 definitely. 230 maybe. 280 may be out of reach, according to my experience. We'll see what will happen. We still have day 5 and day 6 in the next 2 days, those rewards. The 80 paladins are gonna be in the bag. It's quite likely. We'll continue in the next video.